Okay, let's replace an optical drive and a Optiplex 7050 small form factor. Remove the door by pulling that down and just pulling it back. You see it separated a bit. It just lifts away. Next, we're going to need to remove the front bezel. There are these little tabs with the blue dots on them, and you just lift and push, lift and push, lift and push. Kind of rotates on these little hooks on the bottom. Kind of rotates away. All right, next we need to actually unplug the hard drive and fish these cables out through this little opening here in this thing so that we can unlock, should be locked, unlock this and kind of lift it out and away. Now we have full access to the DVD drive and its cables, which I will now use that full access to unplug them. They're a little stiff, but they'll come. Okay, next we've got this whole unit pulled free. We just need to pinch this back here. Sorry, I'm kind of doing this one-handed so I can record, but pinch this and push it forward so that it comes out what would have been the front of the computer. See, that just slides out what would have been the front. And you set the bad drive aside, and the new one just slides in until it clicks into place, and then you just work in reverse. There's two cable slots back here, a larger one and a smaller one. The larger one is the orange one, and the smaller one is the red and black multicolored power cable. You get both of those firmly plugged in. Then you want to run the cables back through the cable hook. Well, in a moment. First, I'll show you this. There's these little tabs on the front. They need to go into these little slots in here. So with the drive kind of at 45 degrees, tuck those tabs into those slots and let her swing downward. Now, don't push it down hard because these cables that you need to plug into the hard drive are probably underneath it. That's where they like to live. All right, that's all the way in now. You can lock it. I'm gonna put these two into their cable retainer. That way they're kind of tucked away nicely, and then the hard drive can get plugged back in. So I'm gonna fish these through the little slot opening. It's hard to do one-handed. Much faster with two hands. All right, and then you can see where these plug in. The small one here on the left side of the drive until it clicks, and the large one until it clicks. Now, getting the faceplate back on is pretty straightforward, but the top side over here where the power button is, it wants to pull away from the computer case as you rotate it up and into place. So hook these three into place, and as you rotate up, hold a finger under there to make sure that it's not separating as it rotates up and into place. You may have to try a couple of times to get it to seat properly. And mine's not seating properly either. There we go. So what you might see if you're not careful is a little gap here, and you don't want that gap. So you may have to try a couple times to get it to sit tight. Oops, see, and as I talk, I've got a gap down here. So let me redo. That's probably why mine was hard to put together, because there we go. No gap, no gap. And then the top, the door, just lay it in that same position. That's about, I don't know, 3/4 of an inch back, and then just slide it forward. That's that.